Really, we want to create change and reduce recidivism. So that's why we utilize cognitive behavioral interventions. So we can teach them the skills to recognize risky situations that include people, places, and things.
Cognitive behavioral therapy is a common tool used in community justice to address and change the core behaviors and beliefs of an individual that may lead to criminal activity. In Jackson County, our probation officers are trained to utilize this counseling method with their clients through conversations, role-play activities, and other techniques in an effort to keep them from re-entering the legal system.
So what is the goal of cognitive behavioral therapy?
Cognitive behavioral interventions, or CBI, utilizes social learning theory, cognitive theory, and behaviorism. Really, CBI is all about the thought-behavior link and teaching clients that our values, our attitudes, our belief, our thinking, and our feelings all drive our behavior. Really, we want to create change and reduce recidivism. So that's why we utilize cognitive behavioral interventions. So we can teach them the skills to recognize risky situations that include people, places, and things.
What are some of the methods that community justice uses with CBI?
Community justice utilizes evidence-based cognitive behavioral interventions, programs, and tools. We look at using cost-benefit analysis, behavior change, social skill practices, case plans, behavior change plans, amongst other things. If you think about when you were younger and you were learning to ride a bike, someone didn't just throw you on the bike and say, okay, go figure it out. Like, you had to learn it step by step. And that's the same thing we do with cognitive behavioral interventions. We introduce the skill to the client to give them a better understanding of why we're teaching them the skill, what the skill is going to help with. We then teach them the skill through, a basic how-to 1, 2, 3, and then we move to modeling the skill so they get an idea of how the skill should be appropriately used, and then we practice the skill. We practice the skill with them right in our office through utilizing role play, and then we provide feedback. We give them feedback on how the skill worked for them, what worked, what didn't work, and the feedback is collaborative between the PO and the client. And then we give them graduated practice. We give them homework assignments. We allow them to identify the times in the community when they use the skill and report back to how that worked and what worked, what didn't work, and we to create lasting change.
How does cognitive behavioral intervention inform other community justice programs?
Community justice collaborates with other community partners and agencies that utilize the same cognitive behavioral interventions. We want to send clients to those different agencies. That way they practice the skills and they have opportunities to practice the skills in different settings.
Is there anything else you want to add about cognitive behavioral interventions that you'd want the general public to know?
I think I just want to add that it takes time. It takes time to learn this stuff, and as POs, we have to be really patient with the clients that we work with, and I think it's important for the community to know that we are holding clients accountable, but change takes time, and just be patient with the clients learning the skills, because they are learning and they are trying.